Is that all right?
Am I in the shot?
You should be. You should. I know you probably. I don't know. You might need to get in.
On and off now.
Yeah, getting a bit closer. Here we go. Look at this. Look at that. The English flag in the background, and I'm sat with the English champion. I'm gonna say and still, but flipping heck, Solomon. How long have you been in camp? And now we've had a different opponent.
Long time, man. Long time, but I ain't even gonna speak on. Get this fight done, man. Then I'll speak on, my man. But still, I got a job to do same way, so I've just got to focus on my job.
I know what you're saying, but you've been in camp. I've spoke to a couple of people, and it's like you've been in camp, since the end of January? How long's it been?
A long time, man. 6-7 month camp. Obviously, the fight was supposed to be March, then maybe April, then now. I got no comments at the moment, man, because.
No, but seriously, yeah, but your training, as any fighter does, there's kind of like tailor the sparring to similarities. You're getting people coming in, traveling from other gyms and stuff like that. And it's not 8 weeks, is it? It's how many months?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So you're risking potential injuries from overtraining. There's all of that. So I get it. You're like, I don't really want to say anything, but.
Yeah, because, but you know what it is? I've still got a job to do.
Yeah.
So, obviously the opponent's changed. And, it's probably going to be a harder fight for me. Obviously it's a rematch from my last one. That was a short notice one. So I'm on two ends of the spectrum going into that one out of shape. At least, you know what? It's a good thing now. I got a chance to write that bad performance off and show, show the level that I am. And yeah, man, get myself, my reputation, back to where I am and get myself, still knocking on the door and people believing how good I am.
And that's the thing with you. You're very honest. One of the things that you just said there, it's like you need to get your reputation back where it was. We can go over. That fight would have been, it's one of them. It wasn't the best day at the office. And then we kind of like move on. Then it's like David Adeleye, and then it's like moving on from that. We think positive. But now it's like, well, actually, now we're back to this again. So what's different? I want to talk about differences with you going into this fight compared to last time, even though now it's a week's notice, but you've fought him before.
Yeah, and obviously this time I was preparing for a fight. Last time I wasn't. I was just ticking over. I was doing a bit of sparring. I was in Fury's camp for 5 weeks, just ticking over. 3-4 round spars. Not really doing no hard training, just ticking over because I didn't have no date in mind. Then they called me up 2 weeks before, and I just wanted to get the fight in before Christmas. So this is a big difference. You know what I mean? Like, then obviously I didn't perform that great. I just scraped the win, but I'm one of them fighters. I'm not. Some guys might come in out of shape, but they're like, they're maybe like one punch knockout artists, this and that, they might get through with a knockout, look shit. But one of the things that I rely on is how hard I train, my conditioning, my sharpness. And, without that camp behind me, it was at 50% what it should have been. And that's my main attributes, which is what's going to separate me. But, now I've got that back under my belt, So this time I should be back where I was, because before that I'd hardly lost a round really going into that fight.
Yeah, you're right.
A couple of rounds in there I'd fight.
Yeah,
I lost, in 10 rounders. So but I ain't gonna put myself in that position again where I'm not prepared. Just what I mean, because I've been preparing myself now properly.
How many weeks, months? Obviously you've been preparing. One of the things, and I've just mentioned it there, and it's something that you said today, and I didn't even think, you've got to get all the way through these camps injury free. And we take that for granted. It's like, oh yeah, I've had this 8-week camp and that's it. But it's like, hold on, it's not just that. I can get injured. I'm sparring. I'm training hard. I've been in training for months. So it was like today when you had that last spar, and it was like that release, like I've got through that part.
It's a relief. And most fighters will know, if you're training hard, you're not going to get through with no niggles or anything. Any fighter that trains hard enough, you're never going to feel 100% fresh. You're going to get little niggles here and there throughout the camp. But, the main thing is, like I say, getting through that last spar without no major niggles, no major injuries. You know, you're gonna have niggles in the camp, this and that. If anyone's training hard enough, you're pushing your body to the limits. You're not gonna be feeling fresh. You're gonna be pushing your body to the limits. You know, your body's gonna break down, but you know, you have to get to that fight week where you can get that recovery and then, you know, getting through that last spar, you know, nothing major happening, you know what I mean? Good sparring, no major injuries or anything like that. And it's just a sigh of relief. Then you're just like, yeah, the camp's done now, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like the training camp, I know it sounds a bit crazy because the training's done indoors, it's closed doors, no one's there really. You know, you've got your trainer and obviously your sparring partners. Is it more pressure to get through that camp, or is it down to like your performance on the night? Because you can have good days in sparring, bad days. But when it gets to that, you know, fight night, everyone's eyes are on you. You're going back into a fight where you said you scraped the ring. Arguably, some people said that he won.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd you deal with that? Do you need to get you?
So after.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you? The pressure is on where? Obviously, fight night.
And like obviously when you're training hard, you're in camp. It's a daily pressure that you probably put on yourself, depending on what standards you hold yourself to. Like me, you know, you're gonna hold yourself to the highest standard, you know, so you're gonna put a bit of pressure on yourself. You know, in sparring, you know, I need to improve on this. I need to, you know, last spar, you know, I got hit with these shots, or I didn't do so well here. I need to next time touch upon this and that. So there's daily pressures there, but obviously ultimately it comes down to fight night, and you know, fighters have, with experience, know every spar you're not gonna win every round sparring. You're not gonna look sharp, but you get through the rounds, learn, and then you know, you can have people have had, you know, bad spars, you know, fucking the last couple of weeks sparring, not the best, and then gone in the ring and just absolutely blitzed them. You know what I mean?
Can that mess with you though, Solomon? You know, say for example, I'm not, because I've seen most of your sparring, it's been really good. I've seen the improvements. I was there at the beginning from your debut up until now, so I know what I see. But like, can that mess with a fighter? Say if they go in there and have like the last maybe 2 spars before fight week, can that like mess with them psychologically?
Depends what experience level they've got.
All right.
You know what I mean? If they're quite new in the game, and depends on the spot. If you know, if you're getting bashed up, you know, there's a difference between, you know, getting the last spar and getting bashed up by someone that's maybe, you know, you got to see what level of opponent you're fighting. If you're going into a good level fight and you're getting bashed up in sparring by, you know, someone at that level or not that quite that level, then obviously you might be a bit concerned because you should be a certain level. But if it's competitive sparring where, you know, you might take the odd 1 or 2 here, there's little things to brush up, you know, you might be up against it a bit, you know, it's not going all smooth sailing, then, you know, you just know to pick up on these things, you know, it's sparring. But if you know, you're having, you know, the difference is like that, and you're getting bashed up in sparring and you're just not executing anything, then maybe it's going to play on your mind. But it just depends on the person and sort of what level they're at.
Yeah, Hughie Fury, I know, has been one of your regular sparring partners. His level of experience, I think, what is he, 31 fights in now? He's had the layoff. I mean, talk to us about the experience gained by sparring someone with that, you know, his kind of caliber.
Yeah, it's big experience. Obviously, he's a world title challenger. So he's been in the game a long time.
Look at this clown.
And we got Big Matty in there as well, man.
Big late Matty. Matty that turns up late to his own funeral. Matty.
I'm trying to get there on time.
Well done.
Don't hold him up, man. He's got places to be.
You see, like, take it easy. Yeah, like, Hughie.
Yeah, but experience, you know, one thing you can't buy is experience. Nice one, bro. Appreciate it. You can't buy experience. He's been in the game a long time, and, you know, his experience is earned. He's been in top fights, you know, he's fought world title level opponents. You know, he's been British champion very young as well. So that experience, he's young, he's still young.
That's what I'm saying. He's only 30, isn't he?
He's 30 or 29, the same age as me, but he's been in the pro game a long time. So that's really good experience for me to pick up on and get in the sparring. It's really good.
One of the things, I did speak to Peter Fury today, and he was saying how tenacious you are, how you're in incredible shape, how you're extremely durable. And I don't know if he told you this, but he says, I see big things for you as a fighter. So listening to, obviously, Peter Fury, we know his credibility in the game. We know who he is. But for him to say that, like, behind your back, when you guys are, you know, just finishing up, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, you know, he's someone that, he knows the game, don't he? He knows what he's seeing in there. So, yeah, if he's saying those sort of things, it's positive for me. You know, he's very experienced, and he's a level-headed guy. He's not a bullshitter. He's not a blagger, innit? So if he's saying something, you know, he means it. So yeah, that's good positive reinforcement for me from what he's seeing. Yeah.
The last fight then with Webster, have you watched it back recently?
Yeah. I've had a look at it, man. Looking all chubby and that going in there.
I was about to say, when you look back on that, what do you see?
I just was flat, man. I was flat. You know, a bit fleshy, not really in shape, flat-footed.
Okay.
You know, landed a few jabs. Did a bit, didn't do a lot. You know what I mean?
Didn't do a lot.
You know, it was one of them ones. So, you know, if anyone's watching that performance more, it's me. I'll be looking at myself and not saying, yo, what would I do against myself there?
Yep.
And then, right, what do I need to change to make sure that don't happen this next time? You know what I mean? Or what do I need to do? Looking from myself from the outside to improve on. If I was reviewing that and I was saying, right, I'm fighting him next, what would I do? So then I need to look at that and say, right, what they would do to me there, I need to counteract that. You know what I mean? Without saying too much.
Nah, I hear that. When you look at it as like a margin though, I mean, you got to say you've got to improve on that. Do you know what I mean? You know, when you look at your levels of performance, because one of the things that people will say is like, yeah, he's, you know, I hear it on the commentary all the time when you fight. Yeah, he's so relaxed in there. He can put his shots together, but he just doesn't seem to up the gears. That is one thing that I'll hear, like, up the gears. He's too relaxed. Where is his like his spark? Do you know what I mean? See, you're smiling because it's like, where is it? Where is that? I'm gonna go into third, fourth, fifth gear if I have to.
Well, you know what it is? It's there now with the good sparring I'm having, and you know what? I'm not a finished article. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm going into 10-round fights.
Yeah.
After like what, 3-4 pro fights or whatever it was.
Oh, you went up that quick?
Like my third fight was an 8-rounder. I think
That's Sokolowski, yeah.
Fourth or fifth was a 10-rounder. I've had 8 fights. I've had 3 10-rounders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm fast tracking in terms of that. So I'm still learning, you know what I mean? I'm still learning, but I'm doing 10-rounders. So, you know, I'm learning the pace of a 10-rounder. I'm learning what I've got in the tank, you know, and I'm inspiring, you know, I put my foot on the gas, see how I can get through these rounds. You know, I'm not a finished article. I'm learning. So, you know, I'm improving, and that's what I'm going to do. It's about how I can improve going forward. If, you know, I'm going to, you know, get to 15 fights in and I'm just not improving, then, you know, that's might be a concern. But, you know, if now I'm trying to improve on these things.
Somebody that is very studious, I'd say that you're a studious boxer. You're very disciplined. But one of, you know, and look, I'm always a fan before I do this.
Yeah.
We want to see you knocking people out.
Yeah.
Heavyweights are heavyweights. And that's what they are traditionally supposed to do. There's like, when you go in with fighters, it's like, yeah, but he should have stopped him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That kind of criticism, that kind of like devil that's in your ear, the angel that says you're consistent, you know how to put your shots together, you're competent as a boxer, but then the devil saying, but you ain't knocking anyone out. Do you have that, or is that kind of like white noise that you just block out and let us, the fans, the media, whoever, do what it does?
A bit, you know, I've got to keep my level head, and you know that it's a dangerous game in there. I'm not going to take unnecessary risks because I've got hopefully a long career. But obviously, you know, I want to be getting the knockouts as much as the next man. You know what I mean? I want to be getting them. But, you know, we just got to keep improving, keep working and things, and, you know, getting these knockouts because, you know, I think they'll come with accumulation sort of thing. And, you know, I'm improving on things to do all the time. And like I said, man, you know, I want to get early nights as much as anybody else. So we've got to keep improving on these things and working on them things myself.
So after this is British. There seems to be a little bit of a competition going for the British. We hear that, you know, Johnny Fisher, potentially British. Look at you smiling. I love that, you know. You're so... When you, like, smirk at things, people that know you will know, oh, yeah, that's a sarcastic smirk or that's a laughy smirk. I'm going to take that as a sarcastic one. Johnny Fisher literally smoked Babbage very quickly. Very, very good. Very easy on the eye. And that is Johnny Fisher, isn't it?
Expected that.
Yeah.
Exactly what I expected.
Yeah. And now he's potentially, you know, not necessarily yet, but they want to throw him in for the British. Obviously, we've got the impending bout. Now it's gone to purse bids again with Fraser Clark and Fabio Wardley. So you've got this like level, and then you've got Moses Atuma that's like, he's there creeping up. He's fighting Marius Wack a week after you on the Derek Chisora Joel Joyce undercard. So these guys are all like leveling out, and it's like, I'm looking at it from a business point of view. You've got to be that standout fighter that people are going to want to pick for that fight. Do you know what I mean? And it's like that pressure that you've got at the moment with these heavyweights. I don't know, or is that just me looking into it deep?
Maybe
As I
I
do?
don't deep it that much. I just gotta get in there, do my job, and you know, I'm just eager to get myself up there. You know, do my job. So yeah, man, I don't really watch it too hard. I watch what other people are doing. Obviously, I know there's a route. I want to go for a British title.
Yep.
Man, I'm fighting for it. That's what I want, the winner. But I just got focus on my next fight. You know what I mean? Get through that. Just keep grinding every day.
So I'm going to ask you then before we go. So obviously David Adeley's pulled out. How do you feel about it? I know you got to focus on that, but
Yeah, man. No comment for that, brother. No comment at the minute. Talk to me after the fight when I got this out of the way.
okay.
I'll speak about my man, but mess around, man. Mess around.
Okay, then listen.
Some people are serious fighters. Some people are not serious in the game. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, well, there you go then. And we'll leave it there because I know you must be smashed now to bits from all of these hard months of training. Time to recoup and get ready for fight week, guys. I don't know if there's tickets that are still left, but you know what to do. Contact the gym, Acots Green. Contact Solomon. Get the tickets. Birmingham really need to show out for this. It's not the fight that we wanted, but I still believe it's going to be a good fight. The card's stacked. So yeah, got to support our own, right?
Got to support, man.
And it's not black. It's not black country today. It's actually Brummies.
Brummies.
Because I keep on getting stick every time I say black country is Birmingham, and it's not.
Nah. Proper Birmingham.
It's the Birmingham ones.
Birmingham.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.